Well, don't be alarmed. It's just you and me right now. This is for my Substack subscribers. Something this month, my birthday is coming up at the end of the month, and I wanted to do something special for that. But in the meantime, I was talking about stories of my Nashville trip, and I thought, what better way to sort of expand on that is to actually play the finished product. So we went down there in January 1985 through a ridiculous ice storm, locked in place for 48 hours probably, in a studio with an up-and-coming young ingenue who would go on to conquer the world, and we were, basically fighting her for couch time, and I don't mean that in any bad way. We were stuck there, and that was a couch, and that was everybody's bed. We had to take turns. But I digress. This is a special little story that I just wanted to add to you, what I've written in my story. So the one about she just needs studio experience, that was when she got dropped off at the studio in Brentwood, and just wanted to get singing some background experience. And first of all, I want to play you the song that I went down to record, and that's this one right here. Okay, whoops. And this was the thing we recorded in January 1985. So I'm just going to turn this off, and I'll play it. See what you think.
Rock
Now that was recorded at around 3 a.m. in Nashville, in Brentwood, during the ice storm, because we just had all, the meter was not running, so you were stuck in the studio. You might as well play, so that was us playing. But that solo, one of the things that I wanted, that I asked the producer of that in the, the songwriter, Cyril Rawson, it's a songwriter's name, fine Canadian songwriter. I toured with him many times. But one of the things I said was, Cyril, I gotta have a twin guitar solo. Yeah, okay. So yeah, sure enough, and he got Pete Bordenelli, one of the great Nashville players of the day. And that's the very guitar that I talk about in that story. I forget which one it was. Was it Stuck is Stuck? Yeah, I think that might be it. But this is on my Substack I'm talking about here. So that was that one song. And this was Cyril Rawson wrote the song. And he gave me a bunch of them, and I picked a couple. 3, actually, 4. And one I gave up on, and then the third one, wasn't quite me. So that was the first one I recorded in Nashville. While I was there at the same time, our friend, my good friend, your good friend, Kelita Haverland, was there at the same time. And she went down there to record her next single. And the two of those, that young gal, Darlene, I call her, and Bonita, Kelita, just hit it off like, best friends forever, before the term was ever coined. And that story, has been written. But here's the song that they worked on, and listen for the modulation after the big guitar solo. This is very same band, very same session, all the same players. The difference is, I didn't sing on this, it's Kelita, Bonita, and Darlene singing in the background. And, that story is one called Stuck is Stuck, and it talks about this song. So let's listen to that one. Whew, this is fun.
You're too hot to touch tonight. I'll burn myself if I don't play it right. Oh, you fill me with desire. One look from you sets my heart on fire. You're too hot to handle. You ought to wear a warning sign. You turn me into ashes just when I think you're mine. You're too hot to touch tonight. too hot, much too hot to touch tonight. You're too hot to touch tonight. You're too hot to handle. You ought to wear a warning sign. You turn me into ashes.
Wow. Well, I remember like it was yesterday. We sat on that couch. There was Larry and I sitting on that couch, and for at least an hour, just trying to get after that modulation. Oh, it was just so painful. But anyway, that's on the substack. That's under Stuck is Stuck. But at the end, after the modulation, you can hear it on the left-hand side. There she is. That's Darlene, who went on to change her name and take on the world. But that's, okay. So we haven't talked about Kelita's look or her hair or anything else like that. But Kelita was a very, very big influence on this young lady. Now, the second song that I recorded was never released. First one was released. We'll talk about that later. But here's the second one that I went down and recorded. And so here it is. What do you think?
Silence is a teardrop. No hope in sight, just an empty stare. Eyes ask each other, when did love stop? Hearts need to know, can they still care? There's a heart breaking tonight.
Yeah, now do you see a pattern at all? Do you see a pattern emerging? I do. Get a guitar, great guitar player, and throw a song around. No, it's not really quite as bad as that, but yeah, it was kind of. But I'm getting ahead of myself in this story. So that was our flying visit to Nashville in what, you know, and we got masters to bring home, yes, of course. And that was going to become, well, the last one I didn't release. It's never been released, as far as I know. But this one has. Well, where is it? There. There we go. And shortly thereafter, so the next bunch of stories we'll be talking about doing this. Being an independent record guy, you know? Thinking like I'm a mogul, and actually it's pretending, I should say, pretending you're a mogul, and I'm just, it was no, well, this is lavish, this is a palace compared to where this came from. My little apartment, 33 Davisville Avenue. My, you know, poor little, you know, 500, no, what was it? No, it was 1,000 albums, or 1,000 singles, 1,000 of these things, boxes stacked up. Oh man, I had to block the elevator off every time I was getting a record delivery. But anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. I wanted to just say thank you for subscribing. These stories are just, they're going to continue. They're starting to get sort of a higher level of, hey, that's Cole, giving her rendition of what's going on. But I'm going to be talking about Dr. Hook soon, real soon. And I'm looking forward to that. But in the meantime, thank you for subscribing, and I hope you're doing well, and hope to see you again real soon. Bye for now. Thanks for hanging out.